Alright guys, I am working on the Dodge. It's about time I do an update video on projects. Probably remember this truck from a while back. Probably forgot that I had it. I kind of forgot that I had it, but I got the flatbed off, which probably won't be going back on. I want to find a regular bed for it. I'm not really a flatbed guy. I like regular bed so you can throw stuff in there. So when I was driving this down here from New York, the transfer case basically gave up on me and I had to get it towed the rest of the way home. It wouldn't stay in gear. It was popping out of gear, so it wouldn't drive. Well, it would only drive in 4 low, which wasn't very helpful on the highway. So and I'll show you the reason for that failure in a minute here. You can see I got the bed off. Frame's really not bad for a New York truck. I'm gonna wire wheel it, paint it, and then I'll run some fresh exhaust out since it was pretty rusty. Other than the Y pipe, which I recently replaced, and the cat. But basically right now I got the transfer case out of it, and I am fixing to pull the transmission, and I will be replacing the clutch for the new guys here. This is a 5-speed truck, which is the reason why I'm fixing it up and the reason why I like this truck. It's fun to drive. 5-speed 4-wheel drive, obviously, and yeah, I kind of like this truck, so I'm fixing it up. And now I'm down here in the south, so I shouldn't have a problem finding a rust-free short bed. You're probably wondering why I even bother fixing up a rusty old truck from New York, but I've put a lot of work into this truck. I did a lot of work on the engine, replacing the plenum gaskets and all that, and just a lot of things, you know, shocks, and put a new oil pan on it, and you know, gas tank straps, and I've done so much work, suspension work, and I'm this far into it. I just want to keep going. So I'm also going to be replacing the cab corners and rocker panels, so making it look nice. And oh yeah, another thing I did to this truck is I put rust-free fenders on it, or clean, so got that going for it. It's going to need tires soon. No tread left. Anyway, let me show you the transfer case. Alright, so here's the transfer case all taken apart. I got my rebuild kit here. I'll show you what failed shortly. I got a new chain, gaskets, seals, bearings, everything, pump. So I'm all ready to rebuild it. Just gotta clean everything up. Clean that up. Both of those the fill and drain plugs were seized, so that's actually the reason for the failure. Those plugs were seized, so it never got oil added to it, and it leaked, so eventually it ran out, and the oil pump wasn't picking up anything and smoked the bearings. And actually, where is it? The fork, range fork, right here. The range fork is what failed. You can see it ground the heck out of it down because it didn't have any lubrication, and it's just cast aluminum. And this is what it's supposed to look like. This is the new one. You can see it has a plastic thing there that rides on, and that just totally got messed up. So that's what it's supposed to look like. That's what this one looks like. And I got a new gear set here. That's actually an upgrade with 4 pinions on it instead of 3. It makes it stronger. So basically kind of beefing it up a little bit and rebuilding it. So hopefully I can figure out how it all goes together. I've never rebuilt one of these, but there's a lot of YouTube videos on it, so got all my nuts and bolts labeled. The old chain is pretty worn, sloppy, so should be pretty good when I'm done. And now I'm gonna pull the transmission out of the truck and I bet you that clutch is completely shot. Okay guys, I got the transmission pulled out of the truck and I got the clutch out. And if you look up here close, you can just see just how worn out this clutch is. It's right down to the rivets, like it's completely shot. And then check out the throwout bearing. It's just whooped. It's always fun taking the old Buick to town. Alright, I got all the transfer case parts cleaned up, new seals installed, new bearings, and it's all ready to go back together. I'm gonna watch some videos because I don't know what I'm doing, and come back out here and hopefully get it together pretty smooth. Alright guys, going together good. I've been watching a bunch of videos. I got my range fork in there, planetary gear set in, and I feel pretty confident it's actually going to work when I'm done messing with it. Alright, I got the new chain in there and everything turned smooth. I just got done putting the transfer case back together. Everything seems good and I feel pretty confident that's going to work. And just gotta get the pilot bushing out. I had to get some tools for that, and then I'll be able to put my new clutch in, put the transmission back on, put this on. And I got some U-joints for the drive shafts too. Alright, I got the new clutch on, and I am ready to push the transmission back in there after I get my throwout bearing on stuff, wishbone. But yeah, it's coming together finally. I also got a new transmission mount for it. The old one was completely shot. So hopefully this truck will be good to go for another 20 years. Yeah, you can see the truck's kind of rusty, but it's all, you know, surface rust, and frame's actually in good, surprisingly good shape for a New York truck. So that's nice. That's, I mean, one of the reasons why I'm fixing it up as well. And also now I don't have to worry about it rusting anymore. Being in the South, they don't use salt, so it should stay just the way it is. I might throw some undercoating under here and call it good. Well, not undercoating, that stuff makes it worse, but maybe just throw some paint or oil or whatever and try to make it look a little better. I got it bolted up and I got my Y pipe back on, my O2 sensors and everything, and I got my transfer case bolted back up. Still got to put fluid in it, and we are almost ready to test drive this thing. Once I get my new U-joints put in my drive shafts and put those back in, I'll be able to take this thing down the driveway and see if it is working again and if it stays into gear. To get a different size socket. Almost out. works. Got it in 4-wheel drive. Everything seems to be working just fine.